Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Warsword Conquest. And now, when we left off, we had just taken Crooked Fang Fort from the likes of the Badlands Goblins, and I did say that we were going to be attempting to take Asgard, but I went over there just before I started the recording, and I thought to myself, let's see how many units they have in there, and well, it's not a very good sign, is it, when the Marshal, I do believe the Marshal of the Badlands Goblins, is currently stationed in the garrison there. And he has another minor vassal next to him as well, so that's really not going to make too much difference, is it? That's not going to, well, be very good for us in the future, that's for sure. So, instead, what I have decided to do was chase this Night Goblin army. They chased all the way from over here by Crooked Fang Fort, as I was heading back to place some of our units in the garrison there to hopefully make a big difference to the defensive effort, just in case one of the Goblin vassals decides to attack. Now, I do realize, I think, that what the vassals are currently doing are stationing themselves in the towns and maybe the castles as well to prevent any further attempts on sieges, of course, siege offensives and so forth. But at the moment, I do believe that quite a few of them are just going in a circle. They're just patrolling around their territory in such a fashion like this. And I'm thinking to myself, that might be a very good idea to try to lure some of the Badlands Goblins out of their fief by making our way to the nearby villages, and as a result, they'll see us, of course, because as it says, oh, the Rusty Daggers has seen you, and so forth, and then you obviously lure the vassals to you. I'm hopeful that that will actually work out, although not entirely sure about that at the moment, but we will see very soon indeed. But first, we will be taking on a Night Goblin army. We have not rejuvenated as much as I would like, but I do believe from this, I think Ogiboggy's first aid skill will be able to rejuvenate us, or at least if it doesn't, then we'll just have to rest before we go to harass our opponent. And from there, I do believe we'll be in a very strong position indeed, so let's just make good use of this. Let's try not to get taken out by their squig riders if they have any, and do bear in mind that we have Ogiboggy in here and we want him to be all the way at the back, otherwise he'll no doubt get taken out very, very soon. And now, is that our squig rider over there? I do believe it is, and what's going on here? Oh no! There's a lot of squig riders! This is not good. Okay, charge in our infantry. That will help, hopefully. Yes. That will definitely help. Okay, come on, guys. Take out the squig riders. Okay, they're actually taking them out pretty nicely. That's not too bad. Okay, oh dear. This is quite bad, though. Unfortunately, we are now going to have to run in against their archers. Their many, many archers that do appear to be rather deadly, as you can probably see by the 36 damage that we just sustained from their incredible swords. Apparently quite incredible swords. Very strange indeed that they were able to do so much damage, but yes, there you have it. Now, we do have one cavalry. Now, I'm wondering what it is. I do believe it is a squig rider, isn't it? Where is our squig rider? Oh, I cannot see him for the life of me. I have no idea where he is, but hopefully he's not taking a load off, and he's actually attempting to win battles for us. You know how these goblins can be. They can be rather sneaky in their ways. Goodness me, it would actually help if he came along and took these guys out. Wait, is that him over there? No. Oh my goodness. There's squigs all over the battlefield. And, oh, I see. I do believe our squig rider is going in that direction over here, as you can see on the battle map. I do believe there was a couple of enemies running in that direction, so I'm pretty sure that is where he was. He was trying to run those guys down instead of these guys. Oh yes, also, one of you mentioned in the comments that the reason why our units had such a difficult time getting past the spikes, that defensive structure in the previous siege, is because of the orcs models being so large. And I don't know why that didn't occur to me before, but yes, that is such a logical assumption to make. Thank you very much for clearing that up, because I have to say, I was really close to raging at that point. I'm not sure if you could tell, but that was just so incredibly frustrating to get in there and then be thwarted by a bunch of wood. That's definitely not the way to go. That's definitely not what a general, and indeed a king, of a faction wants to see his forces be thwarted by. That is for sure. So let us take all of our units, as many as we can. There we have it. Thank you very much. And, oh yes, I just want to address some other, well, I wouldn't want to say controversy, but there is a little bit of discussion going on in the comment section about whether we should use multiple types of units, because one of you stated that the orcs weren't too good, and I would say I concur about that, but let's just take a look in just a second what their stats are like, because I haven't actually done that. I haven't checked what their stats are like, so who knows? Maybe their stat lines are very good, but their gear is not. Maybe it's not up to scratch. So let's just take a look. And, of course, level those guys up. We just want to level everyone up, actually. Let's get some mummies. I think we have too many tomb champions here at the moment. Let's get some slayers as well. And I think that will be it. Yes, it is. That's our first mummy? Are you serious? Wow, I must have just gone for shielded units. That's for sure. When I was leveling those guys up, I thought to myself, what's best against archers? Well, tomb champions, because they have shields, of course. So, let's see. Veteran Black Orcs. This is the highest ranking unit in the Orc arsenal, or at least the highest ranking Orc that we can acquire at the moment. Now, if we take a look at his stats, you can see he has 64 HP, he's only level 29, I don't know whether the level makes any difference really, but he has 64 HP, he has a pretty reasonable amount of strength, really not as much as I would have assumed for an Orc, and he has 5 in Iron Flesh, 5 in Power Strike, 5 in Athletics, which is good, and then 210 in all weapon proficiencies. So if we take that guy, and we look at... wait a minute. I was hoping that I could actually have a Goblin Warchief in our army at the moment, but maybe he was killed. I think we had one of them. I think he may have been killed in the previous fight, so that's a little bit of a shame, but we do have a Night Goblin War Boss, which is the same wage. Isn't it? The same wage? Yes, it is. It's the same wage. Okay, so let's take a look at these guys, because these guys we rescued, and as you can see, they are actually very even. Yes, very even indeed. One less in Power Strike, one more HP, the same level, and a little bit more strength as well. So, yes, I would say that the Orcs are quite weak in comparison to, well, let's just say this, for example, and, well, let's just take a look at the Chief Bodyguard. Wow, it appears that most of the units have exactly the same stats, which is rather peculiar. Because it appears to me that the Goblins, or at least the Goblin Archers, are very, very powerful, whereas the Orc Infantry are not too good. So, let's just take a look. I'm going to take a look at a Slayer, I think, because it has exactly the same wages, and as you can see, exactly the same stats, so I have no clue why the Orcs are dying faster. Oh, it must be the model, mustn't it? It must be the model. It must be because their hitboxes are bigger, they're able to take more punishment because of that. Well, not able to take more punishment, but they just have a consequence of being larger, so they are targeted more often. I would only assume that is it. And of course, yes, back to the original point at hand. You were all having a discussion about what kind of units we should use in this series, and what I would like to eventually use is have an entirely Goblin army. That is what I actually planned to do originally. Unfortunately, because of our current predicament and the fact that Big Chief Gazakbug was not willing to give us any fiefs, I decided, well, we're going to use anything and anyone to advance our goals until we have conquered and indeed subjugated all of the enemy's vassals. So, without further ado, I think we're actually going to be heading in against Big Chief Gazakbug, because he is the leader, of course, and he was stationed at Bloodhorn. However, we are really low in HP, which is actually really quite a shame. I would have loved to have gone in here. Maybe we should just do it. And I am going to be re-equipping the spider. My apologies to those of you that do not like it, but it appears that in the previous episode, no one said that they didn't like it when I looked at the comments there, so by all means, yes, we're going to be using it. It is one of the best mounts in the game, as one of you stated in the comments as well, so let's head on, and let's see whether we can catch up to him. 3.7, 4.4. Oh no. No! Oh my goodness. He made it into the garrison just in time. I cannot believe that. That is some excellent luck on his part right there. Wow, okay. Well, I guess that gives us a really good chance to rest and rejuvenate. So, I'm actually going to head over to Rusty Daggers, and I'm going to see whether they believe I am going to siege it. Or at least raid it. Are they thinking that? No, they're not actually thinking that. Goodness me. Okay. Well, without further ado, I will be cutting away, and I will do my very best to rejuvenate as much as possible. Probably level up a couple more units. As you can see here, we have some Dwarven units that have leveled up. And then... Ah! Oh, hello! Oh, yes, I still have the campaign going. That's probably not a good idea. Let's tell them to do whatever they want to do. And, yes, I must also mention about our vassals before I cut away here. Lord Curran is probably one of the worst vassals that we could have gained, but the Lizardman, who I, for the life of me, cannot pronounce his name, is actually very, very powerful indeed. He has 150 units, I do believe. He has a lot of Lizardman units, which is what we want to see, and I'm really surprised that Lord Curran is not using Dark Elf units, considering he's a Dark Elf, but he has one Troll in his army, which I suppose is good, and other than that, I'm hopeful that more vassals will come to join us, and I think, on that note, I might just head into our castle here, just to make sure that we're not missing out on anyone else. No, we just have 2 Dread Witches here, and Felix, of course. Okay, so yes, I will rest and rejuvenate ourselves, and I will see you once we are engaging one of the larger enemy vassals. Okay, so if you're thinking what I'm thinking, raise your hand. Oh yes, I am thinking that we will be sieging Bloodhorn in just a moment, as you can see. There are no leaders of any factions in sight, and of course no marshals either. We just have Chief Fradnacker in the garrison here, and as you can probably see, there are 2 prisoners. One is called Rune Lord Crag the Grim, which is actually a very interesting name indeed, and as you probably can tell as well, in the prisoner's hold here, they have giant slayers, demon slayers, hammerers, iron breakers, and all kinds of other very expensive units indeed, so I would really love to be able to take this. So without further ado, let us head in. Now this is going to be very difficult indeed. They have 31 forest walkers, 49 archers, 51 scouts. Wow, that's a lot of archers, isn't it? Is that enough? Am I going to be able to do this with 257 units? Is it going to be enough? Probably not. Probably not, but I'm going to do it anyway. Even if we lure the leader of the Goblins towards us, then that will be a victory in itself, I do believe. So, whoa, okay, that was quick. That was very quick. Oh, no. You know, that feeling that you get when you've just done something and you instantly know that it's probably going to be a mistake, well, that is the feeling that I'm having right now. So let us hope that that will not turn out to be correct, and my instincts are completely wrong in this case. Oh, yes. Okay, so let us lead our soldiers in an assault. Let us hope that we'll be able to deal significant amounts of damage. Do bear in mind that they have 25 trolls, so I might have to retreat quite a few times at this particular area here, just to make this work. So, oh dear. Oh no, I've just realized as well, the walls, or shall we say, the invisible walls that are actually in this siege are right next to us here, so our archers are going to be really bunched up, and it's not going to be very pleasant at all. So I'm really hopeful that we'll be able to just take them all out as quickly as possible. That is all any commander can hope for, and indeed, Bjork has just gotten taken out, which is terrible. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to have to rely on our archers here. I'm actually thinking, should I just retreat right away and get all of our archers on the front lines? Maybe that would be a better idea. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move our infantry back here. I'm just going to turn this into an archer-focused bout. That is all I'm going to do right here. And I'm going to try not to die as well. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? So let's get our archers at the front here. Hopefully give them a little bit more space. And we're going to try to see whether we can actually win or at least deal as much damage as possible to their archery ranks. Otherwise, yes, as you can see, there's an invisible wall right here, which is terrible for us. Oh dear. Okay, come on. If I could actually shoot them, that would be wonderful. Yes, there we go. Took out one of them. Oh my. Maybe I can do some more damage. There's too many. There's too many archers. Okay, we are losing too many, as you can probably see here. Look at this. How did we lose so many? To death. 25. Look at that. What is going on there? Oh my goodness, we lost so many marksmen as well. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's because we are using pirate units, and they use guns, and however good they may be, they are quite slow. They are quite slow to shoot. And that is exactly what the forest walkers are good at. They are very good at shooting fast. That is for sure. So let us just stay at Bloodhorn, and we'll see whether the leader of the goblins turns up. Oh, I do believe I saw someone. Wait a minute. I do believe I saw someone with 160 units just over there. So if at all possible, I would like to deal some damage to them. Hopefully level up as a result. Yes, I actually do realize now that I don't really have the greatest archer army, and that is exactly why we lost so many units right there. I need to get more goblin units, maybe some... Wait a minute. Are orcs any good at archery? Tell me in the comments. Are the orcs good at archery, or at least are their archer units any good? That is my question, yes. I will, of course, try them out at some point. Oh, Hold King Cazador Thunderhorn is actually a prisoner of Chief Bogfad, but I will still be waiting here for some time, I do believe, because I would like to lure one of the more powerful vassals in here, and if they believe that I am sieging it, I might cause them a great deal of difficulty. Now, the one thing that I can hope for... Oh, here we go. Yes. And as I was about to say, the one thing that I can hope for... Oh, he's just been defeated? Or he just defeated someone. Oh, dear. But yes, as I was saying, I'm hoping for our vassals to actually do something useful. For example, I think probably looting their villages is okay, because as long as it doesn't reduce my relation with the villages, our vassals can go to town on that. But right now, I'm just hopeful that I'll survive an encounter with Gazakbug. Okay, so I'm going to chase him, because he has nowhere to go. He has absolutely nowhere to go over here. No friendly territory, and we are faster than him, as we know. So what we're going to do is we're going to chase him down, take him out, and as you can see, he has giant slayers, some hammerers, long beards, and so forth. Very, very worth it. And we will, of course, then try to take him prisoner, and we will be using our war of attrition tactics against Bloodhorn a little bit. I'll probably do a little bit off-screen, just to streamline the viewing experience a little bit. Try to form the best archer army that I can, and then we'll be heading over to Bloodhorn once again to try and take out all of their forest walkers, because at the moment the trolls aren't even doing anything, and they have 25 of them. So yes, I would very much appreciate an archer-orientated army to take those guys on. That would be wonderful. So, we are on our spider once again, and we outnumber our opponent, which is exactly what we want to see. So where is Oggy Boggy? There you are, Oggy. You're going to go all the way over there. Yes, there we go. I think I might have too many infantry as well. As you can see here, 81 to 27 archers. That is not a good ratio. Not a good ratio at all. I do have to change that a little bit, I do believe. Okay, so let's see. Where can we place our archers here to give us the best advantage? Where are they? They're just... Ah, there they are. Okay, so if I can move our archers over here, that would be wonderful. And I'll try to get our infantry over there. Now, could I put them in ranks? Yes, I can. Archers in ranks. Excellent. That is very nice to see. And maybe I can get our infantry in shield wall formation. There we are. Nice. That is exactly what we want to see. We want to see them survive as much as possible. Oh yes. So let's tell them to hold position while they are shield walling, of course, and we want to get our archers into a similar position. Let's get them on this hill over here. I do believe that would probably be the best idea. Maybe not, actually. Would it? I think it is good. I think it might be good. If we can lure the goblins to attack us over here... Okay, we're going to move the archers over here. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to see. Okay, well, whatever the case, we are going in. And we have a squig rider back there, and I'm just going to tell him to charge in. Poor guy by himself. Oh, my. Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's try our very best to deal as much damage as we can behind their lines. That is exactly what a spider is good for, after all. And because we are using ranks now and shield wall, I think we have a very good chance of being able to win here. And with minimal casualties. Oh my goodness, there's so many spiders here. Okay, come on. At least take out one of the riders. Take out one of the riders. No. Okay, I was not able to do that, but we have survived to fight another day, as it were. Oh no. Not now. No. No. No, no, no. Okay. Leave me. I am on a spider. How dare you? Ah, yes, there we are. We take out a Spider Rider Warrior. Not even the highest ranking. Okay. Well, that's not too bad, I suppose. And now, can deal some damage to the big chief himself. He's not going to be very happy with us, that's for sure. Hopefully we'll be able to take him prisoner as a result of us doing that. That would be amazing. That would be very nice. And I'm hopeful that we'll be eligible for that. Oh, and now we just have a couple of archers, so I'm just going to tell our units to charge in right here. Eliminate them as quickly as possible. I don't want to take more damage than I have to, of course. But may I just say, look at this spider. Look at the turning circle on the spider. It is amazing. Wow. That is so impressive. Now, what is actually happening with our infantry? They're running off to fight something else? Oh, that's really weird. Okay, well, I suppose that's fine. I really wanted them to take out these archers, however, but... oh well. What can you do? Oh, yes. Dwarves and undead units will go where they please, after all. Oh, my. Okay, well, I guess I can just continue to wage a one-man war against these guys, even though they do seem to deal a pretty significant amount of damage to us, unfortunately enough. I really wish that some of these units were from the garrison at Bloodhorn. It would be amazing if that was indeed the case, but no such luck, no doubt. No, don't get taken out now, Ratlob. We require you to stay alive. Yes, there we go. Okay, so it appears that they only have 3 units remaining, and our marksmen are actually decimating their numbers. So this makes me think, why are they so bad in the siege? Huh. It must be that they need some sort of height advantage, perhaps, to be effective, as well as, of course, the goblins being short. So it is very, very difficult to get a hit on them, as it were. Oh my goodness. Okay, well there it is. 13 morale was our reward right there. No renown, but that is of course because we outnumbered the enemy leader. And there we go. Oh, he manages to escape once again. He's a very slippery character, is he not? Ah, I was really hoping that we would be able to try and take him off the battlefield as much as possible. Ah, well. What can you do? Okay, so let's take all of these guys. We know how effective selling prisoners can be to bolster our wallet and indeed our funds and wages for the next week. And I will not be taking any of these pieces of loot, I don't believe. There we go. I don't really want to sell at the moment. I would like to take on these guys and maybe try and find that other vassal that had a lot of prisoners as well. But I think as a result of us taking out the leader, I am going to be doing a little bit of progress off screen just to streamline the next episode. And that will, of course, document our takeover, our conquering of Bloodhorn itself. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.